Hi, folks. Rob Downs with Managed IT Solutions and Mit's AIM. Time for another Tech Talk Tuesday. A little late today. We had a power outage. Lots of fun. Only good news was I got to take a nap. Yay. Anyhow, this week, definitely delving into a combination of AI and cybersecurity talk. What I want to talk about is CloudBot. Give me just 1 second. Probably should have done that before I started. Oh, well. So, what is CloudBot? I hear you say. Well, CloudBot was a big AI push that a lot of people downloaded, and as you can guess from the name, if you're an AI type person or have seen some AI stuff, CloudBot, even though it's spelled CLAWD, was very similar in name to Claude, the AI company from Anthropic, which is what drove it on the backside, right? That was the AI engine that they were using. So all these people downloaded CloudBot because they wanted an AI virtual assistant that could do everything. And I mean everything. Well, a lot of stuff. So it's very popular. Problem came, not from CloudBot itself, but we'll talk about that too. The problem came because, well, Anthropic reached out to them and told them that, given the name is really close to Claude, that there could be a lawsuit involved in the near future. So uh, once that occurred, the developer of CloudBot, decided that he would change the name. And after so much rigmarole and asking Reddit, whatever, GitHub maybe, came up with the name of Moltbot, Moltbot, Moltbot. Very, very nondescript, very not Claude adjacent at all. Here's where the real problem came in. Yeah, the bad guys kind of figured something out. In all the chaos between the name of CloudBot versus Moltbot, cyber crooks basically went and got domains and information spots that were very close to the name CloudBot, would mention CloudBot, would make you think that it was CloudBot. And so what they were doing is redirecting people to pages to get information that they could use. They were using it to hand out software that basically was theirs, right? That had spyware on it, or more importantly, ransomware on it as well. And so, and here's the real kicker: it was encouraging somebody to help a token, right? A crypto token, um, because they push people to it under the name of Claude, right? CLAWD, I think was the name of the token. And they managed to make $16 million in cap before it kind of unraveled and people figured it out. But they had already taken everybody's money by that point in time, right? So they made a killing on just a crypto that didn't exist because it was associated with CloudBot. Everybody started throwing money at it because people are people and are greedy. That's another subject for another time. I'm not getting into that. So, anywho, the crypto, the ransomware, everything else, yeah, bad, right? So, what's the lesson here? Well, one is don't ever name your product after something that could be sued upon. The other one is going to be, you really have to check your sources and make sure that you've got the real skinny. Again, because of the way this played out, the bad guys were flooding the internet with misinformation, and so even if you did try to go look some stuff up, it was hard to divine the truth, and that's what happened. And so you had this massive fraud, you had this massive hit of malware to all these people, all for the promise of an AI bot virtual assistant that could do everything for you. So then comes the second part of what I want to talk about for CloudBot, because it's still out there as Moltbot. I've not tried to go get it or go see, how easy it is or how hard it is to actually find this stupid thing. Because when you install it, it has access to everything. And I mean everything. So it has full access to all your files on your computer by default. I don't know if you can turn it off. I've gone in to play with it, but it has full access, right? By default, right? Bad. Okay. It has also, importantly, access to services on your computer. So if you're in a Windows world, that's stuff that can run in the background. Doesn't sound like a good idea. I mean, it does if you wanted to do something for you, but again, it doesn't prompt you. It doesn't take you through security prompts to say, hey, we need this, and can you make sure you approve this the next time it pops up, that type of thing that you would expect. And finally, it can run executables, right? So it can run files. So if somebody figures out how to trick it, it can run malware on your system or something else. So it's a horrible implementation of AI. There are no guardrails, none whatsoever. It has full access to all your information. It has full access to your system to do whatever the hell it wants. And people seem to be fine with that. So I hope that if you are a small business owner and, you have a problem with that it's not right. That's the alarm that should be going off. Yes, people lost $16 million to this crazy crypto scheme. But more importantly is that you've got to make sure that your people understand that they're not allowed to install something like this, right? Without it going through channels and through examination. And you have a consultant or an IT firm that you can talk to about these things, because as soon as I saw what I had access to, red flags just went up everywhere for me, right? I'm an IT guy. I'm an AI guy. This is bad. I mean, it's a great concept. It really is a great concept, but there's no guardrails. There's no protections. And that's the biggest thing you have to look out for if you want to leverage AI in your business. What are the guardrails? Especially if you have compliance requirements or regulatory requirements, right? So all of a sudden this AI has access to all your data. And so it can be using that data in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It has full access to your system running exe, so it can do whatever it wants with the data. It can transfer it, it can do whatever. So horrible implementation, right? So apologies to Moltbot. Great concept, bad execution. But there you go. That's basically what I want to talk about today. Was just this one thing, and because we've talked about implementing AI into your business and how can it benefit you. And yes, it would be great to have something that could draft emails and respond to them. It should never send them, right? You should always read the draft before you send it. Something that could help you with managing your calendar. It probably shouldn't delete things, right? It should ask you for your permissions and other tasks that you might need. And it trained off your voice. Here's another thing about Cloudbot, Mobile, whatever. So what you might not understand or what you might not have heard is the fact that training an AI to have your voice, right? It understands how you respond to things, how you say things. The fact that I use air quotes and that I have a sarcastic wit, though not usually publicly, to large groups of people, publicly small groups of people. Yes. And so it would just train on everything on your computer. Well, your voice from 20 years ago, if you've had files, that you've been keeping from computer to computer, it's going to use those. So again, no guardrails, no guidance, right, out of the box. So it shouldn't look at your emails, or it shouldn't look at your documents, especially if they're not yours, to find your voice and how you would answer things and how you would reply to things or how you would structure things to something that's more than a couple of years old, 1 or 2 years old at most, right? So that's really, really what good AI should be able to do. And Moltbot doesn't do that by default, right? Like I said, it's a great concept. I hope that they kind of put some limits on it and actually ask you for stuff as you're starting it. So before you go out and use it, talk to somebody who might have talked to it. It's just, it was just weird what it had access to. I mean, credential harvesting is one of the things it could do, right? Because it's got access to your system. So you definitely don't want just something that has full access. There's no way that you could do it. And it spread really fast because it was the new cool tool for everybody to have, and it worked great. And everybody had these, and it had massive reviews, right? So, and pop the reviews really, really quick. So again, just be careful with what you're downloading. Make sure that your employees know that they can't do whatever they want to do with whatever tool they want to do it with, and that unfiltered, unmanaged tools are just not an option. So if you need help with that, that's what we do, midsame.com. Haha, got it right this time. And we can help you out with a plan and a strategy for implementing AI in your business. As always, I want to make sure that you guys know that cybersecurity starts with you. So aim higher, and I'll talk to you next week, hopefully at the right time. So